Don't shoot, got my hand up, taking up the law. So we got a man up. But they say we the truth, so we stand up. So they say we brothers will be banding. But I don't know what they talk. Where everybody at? That's divided. That's where we stand at. See, united we stand, divided we fall. Divided we fall, united we stand. See, what's the cause? See, the problem is we think we focusing on the right thing, but we still ain't getting there. See, the man and the reason we still falling. We thought we was telling the truth, so we balling. So we got a good life. We got good money. We went to college, got an education. So funny. But that's just an institution to tell us that's as high as learning. Educating is going out and knowing what you came from. See, our ancestry was the ones that had died for, but they was the ones to blame from. See, we said Kanye West was wrong, but Kaepernick's right. But we don't even see the whole plight. See, the buy, so we come with the ratio. See, we trying to flow through what we trying to get to. See, it ain't wrong, it ain't right, but he truth. What happened to Black Wall Street? What about the same kids that died this year? They passed the 18 mark. See, nobody's there to live. See, they life's over. Nobody talking about that. We ain't investing in the right things to the same cats. He made millions of dollars and saying he took a stand. He took a knee. That's the honor, just the country with the patriotic advance. That's why he got stacks. That's why we talk racks on racks. That's why we don't understand. We only got each other backs. See, if we wanted the truth, we just preach law. If we wanted the truth, we would teach how not to fall. But he teaching the kids how to act with the police that's killing them, with the same gas that's killing us in our own backs, in our own yards, in our own neighborhoods. So we call them projects and traps. See, we still don't get it yet. Rest the souls to all the people that lost loved ones to the streets. Streets first. Forget police brutality. Forget. Let's right now, as what we call ourselves a race. We're in a race. Why it's called the race? Don't matter how far we think we're like the Tyson Gay, the Andre DeGrassi. Even in our own people, we the what's the guy named that Usain Bolt that's from Jamaica as well. We're him. We're the Johan. But somehow when we get to the finish line, Usain Bolt is representation of every race that's ahead of us. We're not in second. We're not in third. We saying it don't matter. We allow people that's not even of our race to take us away. And we always, and this is crazy about life, I noticed. We attack good people. We attack people with truth. It's not that a certain people are not good, but it's people sitting here like, hold on, that's nothing. We don't have a black leader. There is no quote unquote Negro leader. There's no African descent leader in America since Malcolm and Martin died. There is no progress since their death. There's truly no progress. I don't care about a black president meant what? He tried to advocate for things to help us. You know, we said he ain't do shit for black people. If I hear that from another black person, what did you do when he was president? Right now, there is a commission act called the HR 1242, and nobody's talking about it. I'm talking about this, nobody hearing me. See, and that's what I'm talking about. We idolize the wrong things. Forget the person. Forget me. I'm not here for me. I don't give a damn if you see me. That's why I can do this in the dark. I can do a live in the dark. It don't matter if you see me. I don't want you to see me. I want you to hear the words. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's rush hour. You so comfortable. You comfortable because you make 100 and something thousand, but you got a family that grew up in the project, the hood, or the trap. Know what that is? That's slavery. You put a mouse in the trap. You know what I mean? Mouse trap. You feed him little cheese. He's happy. Oh, so now I got out the hood. Oh, like I seen the lady talking about what's so good about the hood. I'm in Amherst. I lived in the other parts of the city that where it's so-called no violence, quote unquote, no violence. There's no murder, but it is murder. What's so good about here? The streets ain't do nothing for me out here. I'm the only. You gotta really think about the stoop mother make up a new word, stupidalities or the stoop qualities of what we say. They're stupid qualities. The hood did this. The hood ain't do nothing to you. That was your mindset. When you left that, like people say, I've done better in this city. That was your mindset. Your mindset was never to do good here. Your mindset was to always fall. That's why when Jay-Z said it, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. I can make it easy too if I go start a business. And it's not that I don't want it to be easy. I would, but people don't expand. So you just did decent enough so you to have a business. People move to Atlanta. I'm doing way better in Atlanta. There's a lot of business opportunity. So expand. I don't have that much money. So you didn't do better. You just got to a point to be comfortable in content. Content. Is a trick. You ain't striving. You ain't thriving. You finally did that. And I seen and I follow this one lady on social media. She moved forward. She progressed. She progressed. I don't really listen to her. Like she got great advice on business when it comes to relationship. It's funny. It's funny how the stigma stereotype for the dude she fell for, and she will women will. He's a handsome man by us. I know the difference between a standard because I just watch people in general. I've observed. I know the standard of people how we view what is beauty. So I can tell she thinks the man is handsome. Now she's backtracking her words. I said I want to stand by what I know for me and my experiences, and let's see how it works. And you have to be okay to stand by what works for you. Soon as you drop what works for you, I don't care. I don't care. Nobody said you don't know who you are. That's not gonna what you standing by is not determining what type of person you meet in your life. What you stand by is determining who you are. So if you say you're gonna be celibate, you gotta stay celibate. And you gotta give yourself a time because the hardest thing is to just make a commitment and a promise. So you can miss a promise, so make a commitment. See, it's different. Everybody can, and that's what I meant to bring up last time. Don't make a promise. Don't make a compromise. Make a commitment to the first commitment to yourself is to do right by you. You don't have to listen to me. Just understand what I'm speaking on. It's the commitment to yourself. That's progress. You're moving forward. It's pro is to go forward. Gress is what direction are you choosing? Gress is to grow. Or if it's sitting in that area, that level, that mark you're making. So we the Usain Bolt. So no matter how fast we run, we not beating Usain Bolt. And if you want to look at it, they're the Jewish people, they're the white people. Because at the end of the day, we still don't get it. Taking a knee didn't mean nothing. Stand up, don't shoot. Black lives, and all they can do is call them KKK organizations. Because we so dumb, we buy into what they say. Because a hockey team can win a Stanley Cup and go burn up the city and flip cars, and nobody say nothing. Even in the news, oh, that's just the people. Don't let us have a rally that's peaceful. Then don't have another rally that's like it got out of. It's not really out of order, but it's like, wow, we did the same thing they did from a finals. But then we quickly say, and we black, and we so dumb, and we start taking on that. See, if we wouldn't want change, we wouldn't destroy our city. Nah, that was to get their attention. They didn't get why we getting shot at for flipping over cars or coming at people that's trying to hurt us. We had a rally, a Black Lives Matter rally. Guy showed up that was from the Caucasus descent, Euro descent with guns and weapons. We had no weapons. Regular people, not even like peaceful people. We was literally in peace, just marching. Can you just take down the monument? Arm to arm. They came with weapons and guns. That wasn't talked about. And then the president defended that. The president defended that. By law, and the amendment, which number? Church versus state. You cannot change church versus state. It was another law about freedom of speech, our rights, the right to bear arms. But all has stipulations to them to a way where it's like, this is wrong. So there is a stipulation in every type of law. That's why there's the Constitution. That's why there are amendments. Nobody get it yet. Still, we don't get it. I can donate $1 billion into an organization. The organization have to have some meaning to why I'm donating. Okay, you donate $25,000 to coalition of 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 black women. What is that gonna do? Is that really what? Just what? In reality, we should be donating. If we're gonna have a coalition for black women or a coalition for black men of whatever they're donating it is, we need a direction into what is this money going to, so we can get better, so we can get educated. That's what education. When you go to school from kindergarten, well, pre-K to 12th grade, call higher learning. You're not really being educated because you're only being taught, or they're teaching you what is in the book. There's really not a lot of information in the book that can tell you about your life. They tell you what they want you to know, just like the television. Just like a woman made a good one, and I didn't use this one. She tried to bring up like the problem is of dying functional families. That's what die function is. Death is death. It's taken out of. You're no longer here. You're not. It's not living. So a die function family is not living. So nobody's living together. Nobody's enjoyed. Nobody's at peace. Nobody exciting. If you have a die, it's always you need a messed up part about it to make it just seem like it's for real. Some people need to argue to say this is a relationship. And a lot of people like, I don't want to argue with you. Like, let's communicate instead of arguing. We won't be arguing. But some people are like, well, I like makeup sex. Well, for me, I don't care for it because I don't want to argue with you. I don't get stimulated sexually or anything don't connect to my mentality or my psyche, my psychology, my comprehension. I don't get excited from arguing. Because if you say it's an argument, well, what are we trying to get across to each other? See, side to side, cross. What are we trying to expound or exalt to each other? What are you trying to say? You took a knee, there's injustice is inequality. Who are you talking to? Who was this pinpointed for? That didn't make sense. And then we using people like Serena. If she had made and I show people, she had made a post or interview. Now they call it a hoax. But the hoax was funny, talking about how as a black woman that's successful, she cannot marry a black man unless he's successful. And even then, black men is only for to have babies and to bring you down. That's funny that she says that. And then so many years later, she going on and marry a white man and have a biracial child. But then they talk to her again, and I read some newer interview. She said she connected with this dude, and that's what it. So people, like I said, nobody's marrying for love. I'm not mad at her because she didn't even marry for love. That's on her. She's stupid. And I see Serena being divorced in like 8 years because that's the average time frame, 8 to 10 years for a lot of people. If when you don't get married for love, but a lot of people that do get married for power. So a lot of people have. I haven't seen she might be the one because out of the many that's been doing that have been getting divorces. So Serena might be the one out of like many. All of these celebrity couples that's been marrying just for their so-called. I would have never knew love if I didn't like date out. Not even so much date out her race. She said, but that's what she said that she ain't see him. They didn't even like him or some stuff she was saying. But since she was like, I found a connection, and it was somebody. If we she used the word diversity, which diversity it shouldn't be cool. Is multicultural, cultural, and if it's multicultural, that means she only stating since I went out, that's the only way I'd have found love. And that has to I have to digress on. I said something similar to that. I made a statement like other races of women understand love, and we always talking about what a person. I'm not. I remember the girl, the black girl, I have very fond of. I really admired. I called her Forsaken. She told me to never settle, and I would always ask her questions. Did you settle? You told this man no 5 times to marry you. Then you married him. You seem like you're never happy with him. It don't. You don't even feel. I don't even feel like y'all even compatible. But since he have certain things about him, you are okay with that. I said, so be it. She would never talk to me. Like after she got like back with the guy, really. Then when they got married, we really just stopped talking. She wouldn't answer no questions. And I asked her like, what was the point of you and me for? Why did you do that? Should have left me alone. Should have left me alone. That's what I'm doing. I'm making ways in my life where I don't put myself. And it's gonna sound funny to people. You gotta protect your safety. If you know your heart is a certain way, I don't gotta say fuck black women. I don't have to say fuck women. Like women say fuck men. Men ain't shit. Well, if that's your mentality, you're not gonna find a good man. Then every man you meet is gonna be bad. And that one time you get that one man a chance, it's gonna be out of desperation. It's not gonna be out of I'm strong. Because what you're allowing yourself to do is to feel lonely. You're not allowing yourself to heal or to be delivered. You got to loosen those bindings, those curses, those spells, those incantations. Then release them. Then declare and decree you are strong and great. And then move on and don't allow that to be your focus. Like what you do, because I can tell women like you didn't meet the right man. He met you at the right time. And he was for you because the type of man you like. And see what you want. See, see now I'll use the word compromise. I'll say compromise. So you came to a promise to yourself. You didn't commit. You didn't cast over. You didn't let it become. You didn't let it flow. When it's raining, it flows down. It drops down. It flows. And it everything that is needed through that rain. So the trees need rain. The flowers, the animals. So the cycle of life need water. See the natural water. See naturally, you didn't really find the love you were seeking. You allow it to come because you just kept putting off so much. Whatever you are, what is the word? I don't want to say gullible. I don't want to use the word like. Your type of admirations, your passions, yeah, your passions and compassions. And if that person even resemble a little bit for so long, you kept yourself away. You was gonna really to and you can and nobody says this. You just accepted what it was for you. So a woman that's been single for 2 years that's looking for the unrealistic godly man, because godly is unrealistic, because there's no godly person on this earth. We are a gods or whatever the creator uniquely made us for. And he's the God on the throne. So and it's called the creator, the almighty, the father. You won't listen to your father to tell you what type of man, because your father don't even know what type of man you should have. Or he don't even know himself, because what he's telling you is all talking about men going to do this, men going to. He's not going to say there's going to be this guy out there that really like you. He may not be the guy that have the what we call confidence. And what I use is high esteem for him. It's not even just that he don't have it for themselves, because I found a lot of people, even women that like this high esteem, they're not very high esteemed of themselves. They got some insecurities, just like issues. They're part of you. That's what issues is, and they haven't like gotten better at what they. But because what it is we so wholeheartedly feel like the person we meet is gonna be this Superman or this Wonder Woman. I never believe that, because I know that's not gonna happen. I know she's gonna be like, she might talk and walk. I'm sexy. They might get in the house like, and then to me she's like, I didn't feel sexy today, but I had a notion of sexiness. I was like, okay, well, like what's wrong? I want to hear you. And women like, he's not tender enough. But the guy you're looking for, he's in front of your face. You got so much in you, you can't see. Your disorder has not shown you the order of a man you should be in front of you. So you will constantly miss out. So while you being alone, you're missing out on a man that like the career, like he right here, but you don't hear him either because that's not what you're working with. Because you allowing earthly concepts to take you over. Well, it's standard, expectation, the material, the superficial, the shallowness. That's an earthly concept of love. It's not. It's not going to love. It's not a. It's not going to be progress. So as we walk in about what can we do for our children for a better generation, I always say this to myself. I want to give my child everything I never had. That is knowledge. There is nothing else I need to give my child. Because if I'm working, I'm doing the things now that I'm supposed to do. My child get here, I'm not gonna worry about food, a roof over their head, and clothes on their back. They're not gonna worry about that. But I know they're not even gonna have to think of it. They're not even gonna know about that. But I know that my child is going to know that it's not okay. They're going to know a right from a wrong, a good from a bad, positive, negative. And we are focused on the wrong things our whole life. So why not do the right things with your child? Why want to do the positive things? Why not encourage it? Why not? Don't matter. And even then, my child won't see my. I didn't know my mother even ate food. My child ain't even gonna know certain things about me. But as when they get older, they're gonna have a question. I'm like, here you go. But when questions need to be answered, I'm not gonna be sugarcoating it. No, there's no Santa Claus. And I thought about it. No, that's a lie. We lied to our children a whole life. And then we expect our children to grow up and be like these upstanding, honest people. No, it's not gonna work that way. That's a die function. And see, people don't look at that. And I don't want to talk about other cultures because they lie too. So, and just like one lady was talking about, Ashley W was talking about, check out our YouTube. People having sex with animals. Oh, this going about on my race is better, but he has sex with an animal. I don't. But my sex is I've been masturbating a lot. Okay, somebody having sex with an animal and masturbating. Wow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the bestiality person. It's kind of weird and strange and very nasty. That is nasty to me. Because animal and people are not will not procreate. Will not. Ever, never, ever. Never. There's no cases showing that animals and people procreated together and created babies or had children. That's nasty. So anyway, but it's a lot of information you don't know. It's about stuff. Of course, you're black and you know every single thing about mostly everything about black people. So they now they erase what you know. You took the time to learn information, but you're not going to take the time to gather information. See that again. You took the time to learn information, but you're not going to take the time to gather information. So it's crazy. What questions would you ask a person when you meet them? But if the person keep talking about how they always bad, I'm gonna ask her, have you ever been arrested and why? Have you ever been to jail? Have you ever been to jail was first. She say jail, and I'm like, okay, you ever been to prison? And I want to know why. It's not, and the church I went to, I know they teach this a lot because I keep hearing this. Don't tell everybody about your life. But we got social media now, so it's not so much preached no more or taught anymore. I learned some aspects about my life. I'm gonna let you know from day one. As soon as I told that woman I don't have no reason for it, was like this is not a sexist thing or whatever words I like to use towards men. I was like, I see no purpose of a woman friend. I was like, maybe at 25, but I'm like, I'm 35 now. I have female associates. See, y'all wanted me to call. I don't know why everybody want to be called a friend. I don't care if you call me a friend or not. But I don't care. No, I don't care. Because if you need me, I'm there. I don't need a title or a label. I don't need that. Even if I make him start making, I don't need to be called 1,000 or 1,000,000. I don't need no name. Just call me by my name. My parents gave to me at birth. It was the reason I was given that name, so I can be associated by that name, so I would know who you talking to. That's all a name is for to me, to know who I'm talking to. That's not so much my spiritual name. That's not no so much my earth name, but that's at least let me know you are talking to me. Or if you don't know my name, call me sir. Show respect. Like if I don't know your name, I'm call you Mrs. Lovely, and that's just who I am. So getting to the progress, what will this profit us? Oh, it profit the man gave him $60 million. She made money. And even watching Serena go against this tennis match, she made a big outburst. Her words became silly. So I never cheated, and I live by my daughter, and all I do is I don't lie, I don't cheat. I never cheated in my whole life. What that to do with your daughter? All you do is say, I've been playing a game of tennis. I'm 34 now for almost 20 something odd years, and I never cheated. Why would I have to cheat? I earned my. She could have said something like that. And then she tried to use the black woman quote. You're not even with a black man. And then the black woman keeps saying black men don't. Black women keep saying we don't defend black women, protect. What? Okay, now this is gonna sound funny. What are we protecting? If somebody bump into you and you start getting loud, just because I'm not gonna punch the person in their face, that's not protecting you. I'm like, calm down, stop. What's going on? And then you say, then when we start making correction to each other as a race, it's not received well. So no, we gonna be mums like, oh y'all quiet. Yes, because we don't know what to say. Because even in our defending, it's not enough. I've defended so many black women my whole life, but those same women will call me types of names. But the dude that cheated on them and hurt him, well, he never lied to me, but he cheated on you. But somehow they get the most love. Dudes that don't even deserve. But that's what and that's what I'm saying. Like, so how you saying there's no good black men? No, there's no good men, but there's no good black men because when people speak, we know exactly what they're talking about. That's like somebody made a post. It was a blind black man and a white lady, a person that was, I guess, in the cafe was recording it and realized the person was blind. Started coming down helping, but anyway, I don't know what color the person behind the camera, and it was a fake picture. And as I told the people, I don't know what's going on in the picture, but going by the caption, I said social media always showing white people majority of time in a positive light, helping people, then in a positive light, majority of time of black people. Everybody came at me like, hold on. Read the caption of the picture. This was awesome. It was like the caption like this was awesome. Despite of like what the media portray, the hate. They like, basically saying what the media portray is like a lot of hate, but look at this picture. But it was a white woman helping a black man. But I was like, how many pictures in the media? I was like, y'all don't even, I capitalize media, capital M, capital E, because I know who it's ran by. And we fall for it. See, if you really gonna say if you woke, you would take the veil off your eyes. So when black women say they woke and they can't see a good black man, I'm like, you still blinded because your good now is only predicated to a lot of his. It's not predicated to his character and personality and quality of who he is. It's characterized by his materialistic qualities that you're seeking. It's a standard still. So you made a rub your eyes and got some of the dirt out or spray some water, but all of it's still murky because we don't even understand even black men. It don't require all that to have love. There's no progress. So just because you took a knee, no, and you doing this and that, that's not a progress. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Malcolm X to get the person out of prison, he marched 200 men. And it wasn't even forcing them. You know what? You know what? Because all the times in the movie that I even watched, just the movie, not even just reading about him, just in the movie, people just wanted to walk with Brother Malcolm. He's like, man, you stand for the truth, and you actually doing it. It's not just saying it. I'm not a Brother Malcolm or a or Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not a doctor, but I know the best of me that when I'm walking the street with these young men, they have that little I'm wanna be a rapper, actor, astronaut. They don't know how to get there. The streets don't kill you, the hood don't kill you, the projects don't kill you. It's your mentality that kill you. That's why I say the hood and projects no good. But if you want to talk about the person, That got nothing to do with the hood or projects. That is all you. If you allow somebody that you can be in a nice area and they can be jumping on you. So what about there? Somebody don't like you. You don't say that then. Only in the hood. Only in the hood, that so-called the hood or the projects, we find a way to make the people look so bad. I don't make them look bad. But we'll find an excuse when we out. I'm out in Amherst. I don't. They're unfriendly as hell. It's more friendly people in the hood. So you can't tell a person from the hood like you should move out here. I'm like, no, stay where you at. I never been robbed out here. Then what's your point? People move into the nice area. Man, I ain't never been robbed till I moved out here. But somehow you thought this place was better because you don't know it. You don't have enough information. All you going by is what somebody else is saying. I don't people like how it is out there. I was like, man, it must not be meant for me to move out there because I tried to get a part and I stopped. Like I stopped a lot of things in my life. And when a woman told me, a black woman told me, I am a man, then another black woman told me, I wasn't looking for validation. But then another woman told me, you are the prize. I was like, huh? So I kept listening to what she was saying online. She's like, you are the prize. You are special. Even though you was never told that. The things and it connected. And I gotta keep watching it because I don't remember the words. It was usually when you watch something the first time, it don't hit you because everything she's saying was lovely to me. It brought love and joy to my heart. I'm thinking the whole time I had to have all of this just to be with a woman. But first, before she said this, but I knew this. I have to love myself first more than I love any woman. Because just like that woman, she should love herself for that man. Because if that person one day decide to get up and walk away after you worked hard, what do you have left? And it's truly yourself. We're gonna look at the kids later. Because the first thing is, okay, I got the kids. Who got the kids? Where got the kids? Usually, the person will say, okay, y'all stay in this house. I gotta go work. I'm gonna make sure this house stay up. You got clothes and food, but you got to do this other part because you don't want to be with me no more. I gotta go out here now and get back to myself. And so people will argue talking about when you first met. If you weren't about my money being my money, well in a beginning relationship, I already got savings. You're not gonna take my savings away just because you want me to pay for everything, but you're not making no commitment. Forget the marriage. Because in your heart, you should commit to me. We're not officially committed to each other. There's no rule saying, I got to give you, but you want to follow so much that has nothing to do with us yet. That's not nothing to do with me and you. You could just be in a relationship. We're not even knowing if we can have fun together. We're not knowing, but you worrying about, since I won't pay for a date and you pay your own way, that I might not give you my money. That's all you worried about? We got more than just worrying about money so far than you, than with myself. So with my experiences, not my hurts. I got over my hurts and pains and my so-called insecurities of my past relationship. I'm looking at now as a present. A present is supposed to be a gift. So when you meet that person, it should be a gift. And within a gift, you don't always get what you want. But over time, you get better gifts. It progress to better gifts. So if that person like, hold on, he got this about him, I got this about me. Who gonna compromise? Let's compromise. Let's communicate first. Before we gotta communicate to get to a compromise. Why don't you? And you gotta respect my view. You can't tell me, I'm okay, you can tell me, but I don't like that's the case. You're like, well, change your view. And you be like, oh, why should I? And it's like, there go the case. So when the woman said, I'm the prize, you are the prize, black men. I don't mean being like we could say conceited, arrogant. Be conceited, be arrogant. Sometimes you have to. Women say I say I look good, I'm sexy, and they'll laugh. They may not think I look good or sexy. They be like, oh no, you don't. I'm like, okay, but I think I do. I was like, do you think you beautiful? And she said yes. And I say, anybody say anything else? Do it matter? She says no. And I said, not being funny, why does it matter that I'm not handsome and I don't think I'm sexy? And she stopped talking. And it's like, you're right. I don't need a confirmation. I don't need a confirmation. I don't need people to even agree with me. But let you know this is how I feel about myself. If I feel this about myself and I call you beautiful, imagine how much greater that would be. And I love myself more than I love you. Then I say I love you. And see, we don't get that because there is no guidance to understand this. That's why I say I look at myself as truth. I am truth. Where's the guidance to show us this? Okay, you can stand for anything. They say you'll fall. If a man don't stand something, they fall for anything. That's not true. What are you really standing for? What are you kneeling for? What are you speaking about? Why are we boycotting? Why are we talking? Why are we having movement and protest? What's the next move? What's our next direction? We have no direction. With the lack of knowledge, you're going to perish. We're going to die. We're going to be our own demise. We're destroying our own people. The race is not won, no matter how long we in first place. But when we get to that mark, we're not in the first place no more. Because somehow we find a way to destroy ourselves. But it's easy to say, I'm not going to say that the need didn't have no purpose, but let's move on. It's been 2 years. I'm not going to really take and it's hard to listen to somebody and tell me that they love their race and then they go out of their race. It's kind of hard to fashion that because when I'm in love with myself, you know how much you put up with yourself with. I ain't saying, and I can't hear black women be like, why would I struggle for love when I can go find somebody that can have that in the beginning? So long as I do that in the beginning, that's all right. What about throughout the whole life? Your whole togetherness, your whole time, the efforts that's put in with this person. It's not a struggle. But you telling me you only want a person when they at their best. You don't know how they got there. I don't want nobody. And for me, I don't want nobody if that's how love is going to be presented, I don't want it. People like you can find love before that. Cool. I'm okay with that. But don't tell me the reason I haven't found love is over some minute thing, which and I want to tell women, men, we accept a lot about women. We really do. That we do not like. But I found another guy. I'm finding more men that's going through what I go through. Man, there's one guy was like the last 6 women he dated. He's like this. It was always that one thing because he was a communicator. He's like I talk, and he said they stopped talking to me. And he said I'm not comparing myself to other men. I'm not even he didn't say that, but he was like these women found one thing wrong with me, and they left me alone. We stopped talking. They didn't even associate with me. But it's like I'm watching other men like, damn, he's doing this and that, but she's still around him. And I was like, the chances everybody don't, and this is the truth. Every man and woman don't have the same opportunities at love. So of course, more people that single that want to be in relationships, we are going to reminisce about like, okay, could that have been it? But we know in reality that wasn't it. That wasn't the person for us. Because what we seeked out is something that we never have. And the one lady posted on Instagram, she's like she's happy so far. It's been close to 10 years. She's been married like 6. She's given her child what she never had. She got a mother and father that's in love. She's like, he tell me he loves me. He's like, we don't have a lot. She's like, I'm not worried about that. But I'm like the example to my child. I have a relationship that I didn't. My mother and father was not together. My father wasn't around. Her mother wasn't around. So it's like I'm around. Our daughter get to see what I didn't have, and she was still young, 10 years and still young. So she met this guy at a young age, and I felt like this was going to work. I was like, wow, this is going to. And I just said, I don't see this no more in younger people. I don't even see this in people my age. I don't even see this in older people no more. I seen a lady, she's a bus driver, been married 33 years, talking about she getting a divorce. She was separated. Like, what is it now? And that's like not being funny. I was like, I would have to ask myself that. If I put whatever for 33 years with a person, 33 more is not gonna hurt me. Cause I'm looking at like, well, if that's really hurting you, that's silly. That was hard for me to wrap my finger around. That's what you only stay together for children. And that's like that's not a good reason. But this girl was in love with this man. They had a family. That was a great reason. And it's been 10 years. And her daughter was like 3 or 4 or 2. Like, the daughter was a good age. I think about 3 or 4. The daughter looked at very young, but the daughter was walking. And she was so happy and proud. They teach you not to be proud or have pride. And that's what the world do to you. They flip everything around. It's a trance. But what I say I say on to all. I just say be yourself. Be the best you can be. Stop worrying about, and only reason I talk about like a lot of things that's happened, because I don't watch the news. I'll literally get in my spirit and I will have a dream and I will like I had a dream about Nicki Minaj and I was trying to get to her, but Lil Wayne and Drake was blocking me. And then I woke up, she put on Twitter, she quoted a John 3:16 quote. And I know inside of Nicki Minaj, through all those augmentations and insecurities and those battles, there's a innocent woman that's ready to be loved. And she keep trying to find it. She contradicted herself on the Ellen DeGeneres show. That's funny, Ellen DeGeneres. That's funny that her last name is that. And she said she don't need a man, but she messing with some guy that I know is not a good man for her. And I would say to women, especially black women, your mindset on love is very weird to me. A man can literally kiss your toes, wash your feet, cook for you, make sure you okay and good, but somehow it takes some type of whole bunch of years for you to actually see that this man truly love you. But it's these guys, but you only fascinated, enticed, or tempted by your, I say lust, by what in your psychology. So I understand it, but it's still not understandable after a while. Like, cause I'm 35. What I liked at 30 and 25, I didn't. Well, basically 25, I didn't like. I don't really like, but I would say not like or admire. Like, I have talked to a young lady before that was too young for me. I still would see like, dang, and I met some younger women like I can see myself with. She got a mature mind, but then it's like she still haven't. And I would talk to them, and then there's like once I tell them my age, they seem disinterested, so I don't worry about it no more. But I still have a likeness or admiration for. I'd rather talk to a woman that's younger than me, because when you talk to them, it's a lot of innocence. A lot of women my age or older, it's so much you have to have this, you got to be here. And it's like I move at a different speed. Because when I get to where I so-called where it be, I might be 40, 45. What then? I don't by then, and I already know this. I'm not gonna be really wanting what I want now. People like where because it's gonna be I'm gonna be and if people don't understand this, you're gonna be at an age because really not the more and I keep watching you. I'm gonna be single. I've been literally gonna be single about to be 2 years now. To me, you being single for long, it's like it become a part of your life until you can really meet somebody that's like, I mean, not in desperation, not in desolence. That's somebody like, wow, you really got a good heart. You a person I can see myself with. But if you don't meet that person, if you don't garnish or fashion like the true understanding of love, you're not going to meet somebody. Because a lot of people don't garnish and fashion love. It's based on a standard expectation. It's not moral values and ethics. It's not good, positive, and great to them. It's based on a psyche. I don't really, I'm not a psychologist, so I don't try to I don't try to use psychology. But my thing I like to use is challenge and guide. Like think about what you really love, what you really seek out in person. But first, look at yourself in the mirror. Have you ever told yourself you love you? Have you ever said that? Have you said I love me in despite of? It's so much easier to bring up a lot of things that have nothing to do with you. Because we working in love. So if we working in love, you have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself more. And then people that's religious, Like they say, you gotta love God more than yourself. But to me, I work in the power of oneness. I know the Creator loved me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm not gone. That's why I'm able to talk to you and not being struck down by lightning, not have elements because I'm doing things right by myself, my body, and within my well being. I'm keeping myself in shape. I'm eating correct. I'm got my spirituality going. I got my connection to the Creator. I'm not worried about what somebody portray me as, because assuming is the worst thing you can do. So it's like the progress that we seeing is not true progress as a race. And I'm about to start, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start leaving a lot of this alone because I watch it and people try to justify things, and all I see is the truth, the all truth. And all truth for me come with exalting and expounding. Like I see a young man need help with his math. I don't just get a tutor. I try to figure, like to me, he just don't need a tutor to explain equations. You need to figure out why he having problems in math. That's me. And I learned, and I finally learned there's some people that's designed or created so they can go overseas with their millions of dollars and help people. There's some people that are designed and created just to help everybody. And to me, I know I was made in my mission to literally to show, and I want to do this. And if people would help too, that has a lot of money, if the Kaepernicks to see this, I want to pump money into funding so the kids can have law books. When the beginning of the school year start, let's buy every kid in my neighborhood because it's not a community until we do this. Outfits, clothes, school supplies, every kid. Like if and every kid had a bike. I know you got to work for what you have, but those are children. They suffer. If the parents suffer, they suffer. Start educating the parents on how to save their money. I mean, pump money into these things. Let's teach the parents, let's guide the parents on what the law is. Let's help them. Help the parents so the children can be helped. That's what we need to pump money into. And it's a direction. It's to build up. People like, you always talking about like, because I am black. And I noticed this, and I said this to them. I was like, I know what it is. The creator gave them there. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm behind. But me being behind is not behind. Because I had to go through a lot of things that I never thought I was gonna go through. I never thought I was gonna be homeless. I thought people had my back because I had their back. I thought I was really in the community. I thought I was in a village. I thought my family was gonna be more together. I didn't know we was gonna be this separated and divided. I didn't know black men and women was gonna have this much of psychological civil warfare. I didn't know this. I thought we was good. I got older. I was like, damn, what the hell is happening? Literally going to hell. I was like, this, and it sounds funny as a 35-year-old adult male, especially African descent man. I'm saying this like I'm like it's not shocking or saddening no more because I'm watching what is our demise, our own self destruction. Everybody self destruction. We brought on self destruction by not doing the right things. The young girls like on Instagram, everybody is not an Instagram model. Everybody got all these, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. Yes, I support, but now like after a while, I asked them like, why you do this? What's your purpose of this? I was like, I would rather see you like doing what is your dreams? And it's like they need this to get to like, I need to pay for this. No, you don't. There's other options. It might require you to work a different way. You maybe cannot use your breast and ass to get to where you need to go. Maybe you might have to just and they're women. But since the world, so they should, and it seems like these women should be in a relationship because they're not bad women. They may not be able to cook. They may not have all these womanly skills, but since they was taught a certain way, let's get the bag. Within me, I will see no desire to be with any of these women. None. because it's about money, money, money. And I asked that question, why it's so important. They said man is supposed to pay, and it's like, why is that still so important? There's no answer. They cannot explain it. So it's hard for other men to be like, I gave my left nut to this woman. I gave her my organ. I gave her my, and this is like they say it like this. It's like a biblical statement said, a man that can give his money, that's where his heart. That's not where his heart at. That's where his work at. I work so hard for the money, that the income that comes in, literally blood, sweat, and tears. I'm sweating, had to get to work by walking, right? Even if I had to get that car, I had to sweat at work. Don't matter what kind of work, whether I was whether I was had my own company, I'm sweating. Now this is where the tears come in. I had to cry, like I'm literally crying because I'm tired, or like life. I'm working so hard, there's no change. It's okay to cry, man. And then my blood, it's like I cut myself at the job. Like, dang, that hurt. Gotta patch myself up. Let the whom will. And that's why it's so funny. That's why respect is so important. RESPC, rest their souls. Rita Franklin. Find out what it means to me. That's what respect. You so much worry about I'm not paying for the food, but you're not even thinking about the respect part. Respect me first. Don't worry about if I'm going to pay for the food or not. Or that a man, this type of man that loves me. That's not love. That's expression of what he's done. Because he's taking his hard-earned money, his blood, sweat, and tears, literally, that he works for to spend on you. What does he, and it sounds funny to women. And it's like, you're not a real man. You worrying about the money, but you keep alluding to the money. That's what and then whether he spend money on that, what do he get out of it? I'm not talking about just sex. Do he get what he was seeking from you? Because a lot of men, like, I don't have female friends. I tell that lady, now she won't talk to me. Now she'll walk by. Now when she leaving, I work, oh, bye, oh, hi, bye. Okay, I've been saying hi to you. You ignored me. I know you hurt me because you always. But anyway, not worried about that no more. It's going to bother me for the next couple of days, but after a while, I'm not going to worry about it because I'm like, you don't like me or you don't want to talk to me, or because I said I don't have female friends. I ain't saying I can't associate with you. I'm not saying I can't pass good information to you. You can't pass. And that's what happens. When somebody not in the same, we can't pass good information to each other no more, cool. But we're not going to get better. What I say onto one is I say onto all. It's your choice. It's your path. It's your journey. Enjoy life. Enjoy your day. Have fun in life. Love yourself. Don't become a lover of yourself. Be the best you can be with a purpose, focus, and a mission. And your focus have a purpose, a mission, and you have it be in position with good and positive morals, ethics, and values, affirmations, reinforcements, enforcements, empowerment. Be the best and the greatest you can be. You are who you think you are. That's because that's who you think you are. Who you want to be, that's who you should be. But you have to become, because you have to know who you are. Until then, you won't know. But as you get to keep knowing yourself, don't let people choose who you are. Because they're still learning who they are. If they know who they are, don't be tricked. Don't be fooled. It's false. What you see may not be the truth. Go learn the truth. Go research. Go study. Go find out on your own. Go educate yourself. So long.